Hipper here. So I'm slowly working my way through the tier 8s, and I've made it to the Russian destroyer, the Delny, and that's the battle I'm going to show you here today. In my opinion, it's not a ship that you have to rush out and get immediately, because I don't think it's worth it. I think the tier 7 Tashkent is a much better ship overall, and if you want a little bit extra, you should go for the Khabarovsk at the legendary tier. There's absolutely no reason to go with Delny, and well, I'll explain that in the video. But first, let's just look at my build here, because I'm running an agile build on it, just like on Tashkent and just like on Khabarovsk. So Makarov with Tesla and Baltimore. Sometimes I switch Tesla for Rumble to get more range, but it depends. And yeah, agile build. So we have the double rudder on the ship here, no concealment module, because I want to compare it to Tashkent with the same build. And that means we get 3 smokes and 3 engine boosts. So stats look, yeah, very Russian, really. Nothing really new there, except for the reload time on the torps is a giant step backwards compared to Tashkent, but we'll get to that in a minute. So look here, we don't care about concealment on this build. That's not what it's about. You can go for that, of course, if you want, but I never do. So let's look at the torpedoes here on Delny. Like 129-second reload, and you get 2 tubes of 5 torpedoes and 15,000 damage. 8 kilometers, 65 knots. On Tashkent, on the other hand, you get 3 tubes with 3 torpedoes, which I would prefer any day, and only 69-second reload time. And the damage is only 1,000 less, and you actually get better detectability range. Speed is a tiny bit slower, but it doesn't really matter at all when you are playing the ships. And like I said, 3 tubes over 2 tubes, any day, absolutely. So let's have a look at the artillery here. So Tashkent has 12.4 range, 4.6 reload, and Delny has 11.4 and 3.5 reload. So you get less range, but faster reload. And again, I will pick more range and a second extra reload any day. There's no point in Delny, really, if you ask me, if you already have Tashkent. And like I said, if you want to play something a little bit like, yeah, well, anyway, Tashkent, just much better, honestly. So we're taking out this battle here, and I picked this one because, well, you're gonna get harassed by the carrier, which is fine. I mean, when you're in a destroyer, that's what you kind of accept. That's the carrier's role. But then on the other hand, like, there's no one at all helping over on this flank here. So I'm by myself. I have the carrier to help me out over here, but that's about it. So there's a set 46 trying to sneak up here, but the carrier spotted him, and well, thank you so much for that. That's good carrier play there, because otherwise he would have been able to sneak up on me, sonar me, and probably take me out. At least now I know that he's there, and the carrier also spotted the torpedoes, which is obviously very nice. So I'm going to grab this cap here, hopefully, unless, yeah, that happened. Someone else enters the cap, meaning that I can't grab this cap and run away. I have to actually stick around here and hope that my team finishes over at A and B at some point and can then come and help me out. And I mean, I'm facing a set 46, whatever it's called, a Yamato, and an enemy carrier over here. So I just have to, well, do the best I can, stick it out, I guess. And you can see the carrier is constantly flying over my smoke, trying to spot me. And also blind fires going on. I mean, I'm a popular little Russian destroyer over here, so that's why I'm thinking, okay, once this smoke dissipates, I am going to be in trouble. So I need to get into cover, but I'm not going to give up the cap. I could have just, run away and given up the cap, but yeah, if you watch my videos, that's not what I do. I've made my mark on this cap, and it's mine, and I'm not giving it up. Doesn't matter how many carriers come over here. So I decided to hide. There's no point really spotting over here, because there's no one to take advantage of my spotting. See that Yamato is broadside, and there's no one available to fire at him. The 2 battleships over here, they're sitting behind, well, over here in the middle of the map. They're sitting behind a rock, like blocking their path to actually shoot this Yamato. Otherwise, that would have been an easy kill. But yeah, well, what can you do? Like I said, we just have to last as long as possible over here, don't give up the cap, and then hopefully we'll get some help at some point. The carrier at least is here, and that helps a lot. So of course the carrier can't hold the cap, so he needs me to actually hold the cap and keep the Reds from taking it. Because yeah, as soon as you have a cap, it's so much more difficult to actually win it back than it is to take it in the first place. So I think that's why neither of us wants to leave this cap. I mean, obviously the other destroyer is around here, and I'm pretty sure he's going to pop up right here. And there he is. We take a shot, and we get one hit, but not something very interesting here. But I'm spotted, and that means the carrier is going to move in now. And I need to get rid of this German here. He's moving in, and we can't have that. So dodge some torps there, and obviously I know exactly where this German destroyer is hiding now. But I also have to, keep the Yamato in mind, and the carrier is spotting me the whole time. So I have to use the agile build here to prepare for some incoming salvos. Luckily the Yami isn't ready, so that means okay, I can take this German destroyer on now. And as you can see, I'm not leaving the cap. I'm not giving it up. I have full faith in my team, and I'm just waiting for them to have enough time to come over here and help me out. And there he is, and he is pretty much broadside. So I was wishing he had a citadel there, but he doesn't. I see how the carrier is asking people to help me, because now the enemy carrier is coming back, and I'm even more alone than I was in the beginning. There's even the guys in the middle have retreated to the other flank now. So just dodge that incoming wave there, and of course that destroyer is just on the other side of that little island. So we have to be ready to engage him as soon as he pops out. It's a little bit unfair because he has a sonar and I don't. Of course he also has the carrier to actually help him out, and I do have my carrier as well. He's spotting the destroyer actually right now. So it's going to be a matter of who can outlast the other carrier the longest, really. And with my agile build, I have a definite advantage here, because the German, he has to rely on his smoke, and I don't. I mean, I still have another 2 smokes, because I have fully packed on the build here. And as you can see, the German is retreating now. We have scared him enough. He's down to half health, and he think I left, and now I'm entering the cap again to keep him from capping. So my carrier is doing an awesome job here of spotting this destroyer here. There's not much I can do about it, because every time I want to shoot at him, he moves to a different side of the island here. And obviously I don't want to put myself in too much danger over here, because I'm the only ship on this flank here. If that Yamato is able to come up here, he's going to be able to absolutely devastate my team with crossfires from over here. So we're just gonna have to last over on this side here. And there's a lot of incoming fire here from the carrier and the destroyer, and he's got his sonar, so he knows exactly where I am, even though I'm in his smoke. But it's time to make a move now. It's 7 minutes into the battle, and I'm not going to last long if I just stay here and hide. We're gonna have to take the fight to the German destroyer at one point, and that might as well be now, because he's down to half health. And if I can get rid of him, we should be able to actually grab this cap here and just, go home happy. So it's a close one here, because I mean, he's a nasty one, and I do end up to actually get him here in the end. And then of course I have my smokes ready, so I can smoke up once he's out of the picture, to save myself some beating from the carrier, basically. And he also took out my engine, and that's the thing that with this build here, you don't have unstoppable. So you see, I don't have a repair either, so I have to wait. And as you can see, I can't stop, so that's why I eat a torpedo there, but it's enough. And then I can repair my flooding and my engine and everything, and pretty much taking this cap here pretty much by myself. Well, the carrier helped a lot. The enemy carrier, he tried, but yeah, he didn't succeed. So this flank here is now safe, finally, and there's some more torpedoes there. He's not giving up, so that means that he must be outside the smoke, just circling, waiting for me to come out. So I'm just gonna sit in the smoke until I have finished capping, and then it doesn't matter if I get reset. I'll just head over towards the B cap and start to actually help out over there. Because I'm sure my team could use some spotting now, although we have one destroyer left. But I have been preoccupied over here for nearly 10 minutes, so it's time to actually move out. So I'm pretty much expecting the carrier to be right out here when I pop out, but there's no one. So that's, oh, awesome. Okay, well, we'll hit to the B cap then. I mean, yeah, with this ship you get a second faster reload on your guns, but you give up 1 kilometer in range, and I don't think that's worth it. Plus the fact that you only have 2 torpedo tubes. Yes, you have 5 in each tube, but the more, you know, the more nasty setups and strategic torping you can do with 3 tubes instead of 2 tubes, it's just, well, there's just no comparison. I would prefer 3 tubes any day. And don't forget the reload on the torpedoes. 129 seconds versus 69 seconds. And yeah, it's just, in my mind, there's not even a comparison. Tashkent is far superior. Plus, with Tashkent, you can also choose if you want smoke or you want to heal on your destroyer. I mean, I always want to smoke anyway, but at least you have the choice on that ship. And I don't know if you noticed on Delny, in the last upgrade, just like Tashkent, you cannot pick the range upgrade. So you need the Premium Commander Rumble if you want to extend the range, which I do sometimes. Actually, most of the time. I don't do it right now on this build here, but most of the time I do. With Tashkent, you can almost hit 13 kilometers then, I believe. And I think with Delny here, you can probably get to just around 12. Yeah. So in my mind, Tashkent is vastly superior. Plus the fact that it's a tier lower, and yeah, you get to face, you know, easier ships. And yeah, Delny has a little bit more oomph, and you know, a little bit. It's seemingly a little bit better armor. I don't know. Surely more hit points, but in my mind, Tashkent is the superior ship, and I'm not even sure I would say Khabarovsk is superior to Tashkent. I think the 6 kilometer torpedoes on Khabarovsk just handicaps that ship too much, so making it pretty much only a gunboat. Plus, it only has 2 tubes, just like Delny. On Tashkent, you get, you know, pretty good guns and pretty good torpedoes, and you get a lot of them. You get 9 torpedoes in 3 tubes. And on Delny, you get 10 torpedoes, but only in 2 tubes. So yeah, like I've said, Tashkent is my pick. So this is a story that seems to repeat itself for all the tier 8s, except for the campaign ship, the République, because that is just a ship in its own league. But all the other tier 8s, well, the ones I've played, I haven't played the battleships yet. And I mean, I say the Russian one actually looks pretty good. I'm going to probably try that one next. And the L&M Sumner, the destroyer, also looks pretty good. But I think that's it, really. République, like if you've seen my video, that ship is a must-have. If you don't have that, you should absolutely run out and buy it, or, you know, finish the campaign and get the ship for 2,500 doubloons at the end. Like, that is a must. You should do that, because République is a game changer. It's a fantastic ship. You cannot miss out on that one. But what you can miss out on is Delny, because yeah, pretty underwhelming ship, if to be honest. And yeah, Tashkent just far superior, really. And Khabarovsk, obviously, also very good, has an extra turret. But of the 3, I still think Tashkent is the best, and it's definitely better than Delny. That's this ship seems like a bit of an afterthought. It's like, oh, what should we put in between Tashkent and Khabarovsk? Oh, let's put this thing in that, you know, shoots a little bit faster, but everything else is subpar. So yeah, well, there you have it. That's the Delny for you. So definitely not a ship you have to run out and get immediately. I mean, if one day you're bored and you need to play a new ship, sure, yeah, it's available, but yeah, it's not a must. Alright, so that was the end of the battle here. And as you will see in a minute, we must have annoyed that carrier so much that he actually quit. Because he didn't get me at all over there on the side. So I hope you enjoyed it, and see you out there.